Good evening and welcome to Have I Got News for You? I'm Victoria Coren Mitchell. In the news this week, at the Balham branch of Pizza Express, there's dismay for the chef as another customer orders the American hot. At Central Office, a trip to the first floor is a bit of a treat for some of the Conservative Party membership who voted for Liz Truss. And most commentators agree that Liz Truss could have chosen a more private moment to tell one of her ministers that they're sacked. On Ian's team tonight is a journalist who reported from the Conservative Party conference. So tonight will be the second time in a week she's been in a venue where half the audience are asleep. Please welcome Isabel Hardman. On Paul's team is a comedian whose show was described by The Times as a hugely enjoyable hour of stand-up. Unfortunately, it was a 3-hour special. Please welcome Ivo Graham. We begin with the bigger news stories of the week. Ian and Isabel, have a look at this.
Oh, it's the woman of the moment.
It's the ex-Prime Minister.
There's her local party.
Yeah, the group of puppets. And a man walking in a straight line. You see, no U-turn.
Saying,
And she's blowing something up.
The economy.
Yeah. So you were there. How gloomy was it?
Oh, it was great. It was great. If you like feasting on human misery, I cannot recommend a better holiday than the Conservative Party conference in Birmingham.
I read in the papers that Liz's speech was marvellous and was going to rouse the nation. Is that not true?
If it had come at the end of a really, really good conference, it would have been a really, really bad speech.
Did you see Therese Coffey's speech?
I did.
Should we have a look at that speech?
Please.
While in England we have now virtually eliminated waits of over 2 years, we are speeding up our plans to roll out community diagnostic centres as well as new hospitals.
I mean, normally coffee wakes people up.
But who got the biggest reaction from the crowd?
Greenpeace demonstrators. They appeared with a banner and a man angrily pulled the banner away from them and then brilliantly they had another identical banner.
Well, let's have a look at one annoying heckler.
That was the speech of a Prime Minister trying to hold her party together. Have you done enough, Prime Minister?
I'm so sorry, that wasn't the climate change people, that was Chris Mason from the BBC. The climate change protesters, let's look at them.
Yes.
Let's get them removed.
When they were all shouting out, 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 I wasn't sure who they were saying it to. And of course the protester de-lanyarded there, that's the ultimate indignity. How did Jacob Rees-Mogg avoid that happening to him?
Was he in a brothel? I just wanted to say something that wouldn't make the edit, that's all.
Let's have a look at how Jacob Rees-Mogg wears his lanyard.
It looks like he's a lot an auction.
Here's a debate that I enjoyed. I hope you know the answer to this. Is Liz Truss the first Prime Minister to have gone to comprehensive school? Theresa May's school was a comprehensive school.
No, it was selective. As was Gordon Brown's school.
What about John Major?
Selective.
The key word is selective, because no one chose Liz Truss.
One pundit before the speech said the good thing is that the slogan is projected onto the wall behind her, so it's not going to fall off like it did with Theresa May.
Yeah.
That's a pretty low expectation for a speech.
What is the downside of using this sort of back projection?
Well, it's up there for ages, and people look at it and think that isn't true.
People that are computer whizzes can adjust it. I mean, for example, like this.
The left are attacking our profound elemental values,
wanting to replace them with the poison of identity politics.
What a day. It has been tough, but we need to focus on the job in hand.
What is the anti-growth coalition?
It's an imaginary group of enemies. If you are doing very, very badly in the polls and you have no ideas, traditionally, you invent an enemy. You just list everybody and say they're anti-growth. They're anti-her. I mean, if she thinks she is some sort of growth.
Liz Truss said that the anti-growth coalition included Labour, the Lib Dems and the SNP. The Daily Mail said Number 10 won't rule out Jamie Oliver. The anti-growth.
She's blamed everyone. IMF, BBC, C of E, DFS.
Let's see who Liz Truss thought was to blame for the 45% tax rate.
Chancellor.
Can I ask you, Prime Minister, did you discuss scrapping the top rate with your whole cabinet?
No.
Do you
No, we
think-
didn't. It was a decision that the Chancellor made.
If only there was somebody could have reported to. Who is the Chancellor blaming for the financial meltdown?
Oh, yes, on the death of the Queen.
On the death of the Queen.
Death of the Queen. So it was her fault.
Why don't we have a look at him at the Queen's funeral, just processing that grief?
Oh, yes, yes. He is a strange character, isn't he? This sort of slow walking that he does. I wonder perhaps if he had some medical condition. Like he's got his head stuck up his arse or something. So I don't know.
He walks slowly because he's got these very extreme bunions on his feet. And if you have bunions, you need to pop down boots and get yourself an anti-growth coalition. And it will sort the whole thing right.
I mean, nobody knows what he was laughing at. I mean, presumably he was thinking, if I bring in a mini budget, I can tank the whole economy.
Isabel, do you think there's going to be an election soon?
I mean, I don't think there's any option that makes anything any better.
Is that the official slogan? I don't think there's any option that makes anything any better.
Yeah.
Liz Truss was adamant she wasn't going to drop the plan to scrap the 45p tax. But less than 24 hours later, she had U-turned on that, leading to this headline in The Sun. At exactly the same time, in unison, Liz Truss and Kwasi Kwarteng tweeted, "We get it and we have listened." Having come out and said it, should she have stuck with it?
No, I mean, because she's got a number of other U-turns to go.
If you do two U-turns, aren't you then facing the same way? I don't understand this metaphor. One, another one, and you're still going in that direction.
I said last week you should be Chancellor.
Oh, yeah, I'm waiting for the call.
You can do the maths.
Yeah, well, I can find somebody that can do it.
And what is it that Liz Truss doesn't like about the media?
They keep reporting what she says.
She also accused them of taking taxis from North London townhouses to the BBC studios.
Yes, and I was pretty appalled by that.
You don't live in North London, do you?
I live in South London and I took a limo, for God's sake.
She was asked, Liz Truss, by The Guardian, whether she herself had ever taken a taxi from her London townhouse to the BBC studios at Downing Street. Spokesperson replied, "I'll get back to you on that." The pound has recovered slightly, but who is a weak pound good for, apart from Keir Starmer?
Well, it's good for people who bet against it. It's good for the hedge funders.
It's good for those people and also tourists, of course.
Yes.
Virgin Atlantic this week advertised flights to American customers with the slogan, "Come and see the King for half price." Which is also the slogan that they used for meetings at the palace with the Saudis. It was the same slogan. What advice did the chairman of the Parliamentary Conservative Party, Jake Berry, have for people worried about the cost of living crisis? I mean, I can tell you I literally had never heard of him until today. I'm going to say that right out.
Yeah, but nor had his family.
Let's have a look at Jake Berry's comforting advice.
People know that when their bills arrive, they can either cut their consumption or they can get higher salary or higher wages, go out there and get that new job.
Sure, it's
That's the
policy changes.
approach the government is taking.
Who is he?
He's in charge of their election messaging.
Oh, well, there we are then. What could go wrong with that?
So he came up with Getting Britain Moving, because we're repossessing your house. That's the slogan. We'll get behind it.
Oh, well, there might be nuclear war. This is the news that Liz Truss is still Prime Minister. One attendee at the Conservative conference told the BBC, they say of lions in the wild, once they've had a taste of human flesh, they keep eating humans. Well, the 2019 intake of MPs has had its taste of flesh, adding, anyway, here's your name badge, enjoy the conference. Paul and Ivo, take a look at this.
Yes. Ah, yes, I recognise those tins. Those are Quality Street tins. Yeah, Quality Street wrappers. At last, something I'm interested in. They've changed the Quality Street wrappers after 70 years. Christmas time, black and white TV used to hold up the yellow thing and look through it and make it look like a colour TV. Quality Street wrappers have changed. Next question.
Sorry.
What?
You used to look through the wrapper?
Yeah, at black and white televisions in the 1960s to make it look as if it was in colour. I don't suppose you did that at Eton, did you?
I thought, just got to keep my head down about my private education during the round about the Conservative Party, and then we can have that nice relaxing bit about Quality Street.
Why?
Burton gets you when you least expect it.
Why have they done this?
Oh, I don't know. They can't get the papier-mâché. For whatever reason.
You know, it's for environmental reasons.
Yes, good.
Would you like to see the old wrappers compared to the new ones?
I think there's no other way we can advance this debate.
Here are the old wrappers.
Lovely. You see, there's the yellow ones, you see? Look through that.
Here's what the new ones will look like.
I agree.
There was one boo for Jake Berry,
Yeah.
and there was a whole chorus of boos for the new Quality Street.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be doing it for PR, so,
Yeah.
you know, to get people talking about it. So I
Yeah.
probably should clarify, they look shit. But who thinks this is a huge deal and it's a bit sad?
I should imagine there's a Quality Street Appreciation Society that has sort of said, no, you know, we have memories of holding up the yellow wrappers, watching black and white TV.
Alex Hutchinson.
Yes, that's him.
It's actually a she. According to the Sunday Times, she's a...
Well, I know him better than you do.
She's a chocolate historian. Any ideas for what she might specialise in?
Quality Street.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a list here. William of Orange.
Wars of the Roses?
There you go. The Battle of Marathon.
Oh, I see, these are jokes. Sorry.
Do you know
Yes.
that each individual Quality Street has its own wrapping machine?
Yeah, no, it's not surprising at all.
Oh. Well,
Quality Street means anything, it's the word quality. I wouldn't expect some old bloke smoking a fag around the back going, yeah, that's all the toffee's done, he's got the ginger sleeves. I wouldn't expect that. I wouldn't expect that from them.
That's why the boxes are so small. It's
Yeah.
Quality Street, not Quantity Street.
Yeah.
Enjoy what you have.
Yeah.
who do you think was more enthusiastic than Paul about the fact that each individual Quality Street chocolate has its own wrapping machine?
Was it Greg Thingy?
Greg Wallace.
Greg Wallace.
Greg Thingy.
And his friend, the other one.
Yeah.
Should we have a look at Greg Thingy at the factory?
Yeah.
The sweet's coming up under here now. OK?
Brilliant!
And then as it gets up to the top...
Aha! They just twisted it.
They twisted them, yeah.
Either side.
Either side.
Literally like a couple of fingers coming in and twisted it.
Yeah. So, and that's
Brilliant.
what we've got.
Brilliant!
Has he had a drugs test?
In a climate change breakthrough, Nestlé have announced that some of the wrappers on Quality Street will soon be recyclable. The changes to Quality Street are yet another example of the modern woke agenda ruining the traditions of Christmas. This year, they've even got a man doing the Queen's speech. And so to round two, the strengthometer of news. Ooh. Fingers on buzzers, please, teams. Yes.
Elon Musk, he made an offer to buy Twitter and then he said, no, I'm not doing that, I made a mistake. And now he's back on board and he's going to be on Twitter.
And why do you think he had this change of heart?
Because he realised Twitter was full of angry, ill-informed people like himself.
Is he in the middle of some sort of court case?
Well, he was being sued by Twitter for pulling out of the deal to buy it. And one of the possible outcomes of the case was that he would lose and be forced to buy it. So some people are saying, well, if he buys it now, it works out much cheaper for him. Why is the US Democratic Party worried about this takeover by Elon Musk?
Is this because Trump would be allowed back on Twitter?
He said he'd put him back on Twitter. Where has the former president been posting on social media since he's been off Twitter?
Oh, he has his own social media network.
Called?
Trumpy.
I thought he was just on Pinterest, just, you know, posting inspirational interiors.
Yeah.
He's shouting through the medium of Truth Social, which a journalist for the Financial Times described as the saddest site on the internet. And she's seen Ivo's old MySpace page, so strong words.
You won't see more dedicated Kaiser Chiefs fan art anywhere else on the internet.
How did Joe Biden embarrass himself last week in relation to the Congresswoman Jackie Walorski?
I don't know, I didn't see it.
He asked her to stand up at a rally.
Oh, no.
But unfortunately...
She's in a wheelchair?
Worse, she struggled to do because she's dead.
She's dead? Mind you, it would have been a coup if she had stood up.
He struggles to stand up and he's alive.
What else has Elon Musk been trying to solve?
He's been trying to solve the Ukraine-Russian war. And then there was a bit of a backlash, people saying this isn't helping hugely.
And what did the Ukrainian ambassador to Germany say in response?
Fuck off.
Fuck off, yeah.
I love
it. He also said that no Ukrainians from now on would ever buy that Tesla.
Electric car?
It was another swear word.
Oh.
Ah.
Tesla fuck wagon?
That was it.
Yeah, you try getting an MOT on one of them.
This is the news that Elon Musk has decided that he'll go ahead with his plan to buy Twitter. The BBC reported that the initial meeting to buy the social media firm took place at a farm. And on that farm, he agreed to become Twitter CIEIO.
It's an Apple Old MacDonald. Dear me.
You sounded like Basil Brush then.
Fingers on buzzers, teams. Here's the next one.
The face is familiar. Yes, this is King Charles, as we now know him. Liz Truss says he can't go to a conference about green issues, and he wanted to go, and she said, you can't go.
King Charles had been going to make a speech at this climate conference, and there were reports he'd been ordered not to go. But both sides have said there is no suggestion of a row. So there was a row. In other news, Prince William recently come into possession of the Duchy of Cornwall estate, formerly owned by his father. So that includes a garden centre, some rivers and a tin mine. Do you know what Prince Charles's income was from the Duchy of Cornwall estate?
He must have come close to the old 45p, mustn't he?
He went and got a better job, so...
He went and got a better job. He got up early.
His income from the Duchy of Cornwall was £21 million a year. He did pay income tax, but not on the first £23 million of earnings, and no corporation tax or capital gains tax. When he inherited the Queen's estate, he didn't pay inheritance tax. But other than that, he's just like you and me. Do you know when the coronation is expected to be?
June the 3rd.
June the 3rd, 2023. What else is happening that day?
A horse race.
The FA Cup final. Players will be competing for this beauty. And isn't it lovely how they've adapted it to a likeness of the King? This is the news that Liz Truss told King Charles not to go to the COP27 climate summit. The royals are nervously awaiting Prince Harry's tell-all memoir. Andrew, if you're scouring the index, you're listed under P. Not Prince, a bit higher up. Prince William's recently inherited Duchy of Cornwall estate includes a tin mine in Cornwall. Prince William will be able to sell any metal produced by the tin mine thanks to the ancient royal proclamation, whoever smelt it, dealt it. Fingers on buzzers. Here we go. Yes.
Poker.
Ah.
It's cheating in games. The chess man who we did last week,
yes,
who had the beads that helped him, he's been cheating again.
You just want to talk about anal beads again?
No, I don't know. I want to talk about the venerable bead, which I... And then lots of people in other games have said, no, we've got to cheat as well. So there's a poker cheat.
I can't believe this wasn't the opening story of the night.
Presumably the cheating is above a level of what's been demonstrated here.
Well, in my view, this woman is definitely not cheating. The thing that it's hard for non-poker players to understand about it is he went all in and she called, and you go, how would you know you had the winning hand with Jack High? But she didn't really, because even though her Jack was beating his 8, he can hit any 6, any Jack, any 7, any 8 or any club. So mathematically, her hand is ahead.
Is there much more of this?
OK, you're interested in Quality Street. I'm interested in this hand.
Yeah, well, make the rest of us interested in it. Imagine you've got an audience listening to this.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting because what people are accusing her of is having a hidden vibrating device like the anal beads.
Yes.
And I don't think any of it's true. I don't think the chess player did either. I think he had an earpiece.
But where did he have the earpiece? That's what everybody wants to know.
Is there any other games it's spread to, this vibrating cheating?
Snap.
Apparently, Liz Truss used to cheat at board games, according to her brother. She must have been the
Really?
banker, presumably.
There has been a cheating allegation somewhere else.
It's been in the world of fishing.
Yes, it has.
Fishing?
Yeah, a man landed a giant cod, but it was covered in batter.
There were these competitions, and you could win, like, $50,000 for catching the heaviest fish. So this chap just stuffed lead weights into the fish's mouth. Should we have a look at the moment they were caught?
Yeah, go on then.
Those are pretty big vibrating beads.
This is the news that the poker world has been rocked by accusations of cheating. A poker player has been accused of cheating by having a vibrating device hidden on her body. That doesn't make sense to me. If you've got a good, strong hand, why would you need a vibrator? Time now for the Missing Words round, which this week features as its guest publication Dr. Darts' newsletter, the monthly publication bringing the most up-to-date research into the history of darts. And we start with woman spotted on Google Street View in what?
Wheelie bin. It's always a wheelie bin, isn't it?
Not it. Woman spotted on Google Street View in exactly the same place she was 9 years ago.
What, in her own home?
The pictures is 2009 and 2018.
Well, that's a traffic lights. Where do you want her to be standing? In the middle of the road?
Next. Man who what did it to prove people wrong?
Oh, tanked the economy.
Man who took a photograph of a woman crossing the road twice in 9 years. Did it to prove people wrong. I can't believe that happened. What's the chance? What's the chances of that happening twice in 9 years? In a town where she lives. Next to a shop where she goes every week.
Man who ran to front of London Marathon did it to prove people wrong. This is Richard Lee Wright, who started the London Marathon by making a mad dash for the front in order to prove to his friends he could lead the race. Let's have a look at him setting off.
Second was a kind of a constant, a reassuring constant over the years. Then surely the London Marathon is the same as well. Over 40 years, we've come to enjoy these sights.
It's not Philip Schofield, is it?
He would have joined the marathon halfway through.
Next. Cat sneaks into school and gets what?
The perfect grade.
Photographed in school reunion photo.
But that's it.
9 years later.
What do you mean that's it?
Cat sneaks into school and gets class photo taken on picture day. This is Ziggy the cat, who's a frequent visitor to Drury Primary School in Fincher. Here he is in the school photo.
That's nice.
An anal bead round its neck.
Next. Dog food boss regularly what?
Well, it's got to be eat his own product, isn't it? What else is he going to do? Dog food boss regularly takes photograph of woman at traffic lights. But only produces photographs for the last 9 years.
Regularly humps wife's leg.
He must eat his own dog food.
Dog food boss regularly eats dog food to check the quality.
Yeah.
The CEO of Mars, Grant Reed, says he's been sampling the company's pedigree chum for years, though occasionally it gives him an upset stomach, which is not good news for Mrs. Reed, who has to pick up after him. Next. A common misconception about Dr. Darts' newsletter is that it has a big what?
Readership.
Agenda. A common misconception about Dr. Darts' newsletter is it has a big common misconception attached to it.
Is it bored?
I'm going to take bored Because it is to do with the size of its personnel. A common misconception about Dr. Dancer's newsletter is that it has a big team of research staff.
Yeah, just as good as bored.
Board is funny,
How is
but
bored close to team of research staff?
Well, because
There's some sort of Oxford sort of kind of prejudice coming in here. Just because you walked across the quadrangle together wearing mortarboards, tilted at a jaunty angle. No, I'm going to go into television after do this.
I'm so flattered you think I was there at the same time as me. Oh dear, that's made my night.
And finally, Queen Victoria was a pioneer of what?
Looking bored in sepia photos.
Yeah. Not if you got the yellow bit of Quality Street.
Well, it's dance music.
It is...
Queen Victoria was a pioneer of dance music. Was she? Is that right?
No. Queen Victoria was a pioneer of drunk texting. This is the news that a cache of letters written by Queen Victoria...
Cachet.
No. Cache.
Cash, really?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, I wasted my time.
I'll say cachet.
Bundle.
This is the news that a bundle of letters written by Queen Victoria...
Bundle.
Experts believe she may have been drunk at the time of writing and used abbreviations similar to today's text message. One of the letters read, "The Q wishes to know the height of the gypsy's male donkey." Followed by aubergine, aubergine, chair leg.
What on earth are you talking about?
So the final scores are Ian and Isabel have 5, Paul and Ivo have 9.
Hold on.
Before we go, there's just time for the caption competition.
Scientist explains why he and his wife sleep in separate beds.
If we take the rectangle on the left as being 9 years ago, and the one on the right is today, we'll see the woman in the middle is in exactly the same position. Because she's standing by traffic lights.
On which note, we say thank you to our panellists, Ian Hislop and Isabel Hardman, Paul Merton and Ivo Graham. And I leave you with news that in Somerset, the PR team for EDF Energy insists that the new Hinkley C nuclear power station is perfectly safe. At Westminster, there's an awkward silence as Keir Starmer identifies 2 big reasons why the electorate stopped voting Labour. And at the Radisson Hotel in Birmingham, it's still a mystery as to how carbon monoxide was diverted into Michael Gove's room. Good night.
Well, Beckett and celebrity relationships put to the test. Can they prove they're unbreakable? Press red to watch the first episode on BBC iPlayer. Next comedy drama that gets a bit weird, and I'm here for it. Am I being unreasonable? Continues.
dog food to check the quality. The CEO of Mars, Grant Reed, says he's been sampling the company's pedigree chum for years, though occasionally it gives him an upset stomach, which is not good news for Mrs. Reed, who has to pick up after him. Next, a common misconception about Dr. Darts's newsletter is that it has a big what?
Readership.
Agenda. A common misconception about Dr. Dart's newsletter is it has a big common misconception attached to it.
Is it bored?
I'm going to take bored because it is to do with the size of its personnel. A common misconception about Dr. Darts's newsletter is that it has a big team of research staff.
Yeah, just as good as bored.
Bored is funny,
How is
but
bored close to team of research staff?
Well, because...
There's some sort of Oxford sort of kind of prejudice coming in here. Just because you walked across the quadrangle together wearing mortarboards, tilted at a jaunty angle. No, I'm going to go into television after do this.
I'm so flattered you think I was there at the same time as me. Oh, dear, that's made my night.
And finally, Queen Victoria was a pioneer of what?
Looking bored in sepia photos.
Yeah. Not if you got the yellow bit of Quality Street.
Well, it's dance music.
Queen Victoria was a pioneer of dance music. Was she? Is that right?
No. Queen Victoria was a pioneer of drunk texting. This is the news that a cache of letters written by Queen Victoria...
Cachet?
No. Cache.
Cash, really?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, I wasted my time.
I'll say cachet.
Bundle.
This is the news that a bundle of letters written by Queen Victoria...
Bundle.
Experts believe she may have been drunk at the time of writing and used abbreviations similar to today's text message. One of the letters read, "The Q wishes to know the height of the gypsy's male donkey." Followed by aubergine, aubergine, chair leg.
What on earth are you talking about?
So the final scores are Ian and Isabel have 5, Paul and Ivo have 9.
Well done.
Before we go, there's just time for the caption competition.
Scientist explains why he and his wife sleep in separate beds.
If we take the rectangle on the left as being 9 years ago, and the one on the right is today, we'll see the woman in the middle is in exactly the same position. Because she's standing by traffic lights.
On which note, we say thank you to our panellists, Ian Hislop and Isabel Hardman, Paul Merton and Ivo Graham. And I leave you with news that in Somerset, the PR team for EDF Energy insist that the new Hinkley C nuclear power station is perfectly safe. At Westminster, there's an awkward silence as Keir Starmer identifies 2 big reasons why the electorate stopped voting Labour. And at the Radisson Hotel in Birmingham, it's still a mystery as to how carbon monoxide was diverted into Michael Gove's room. Good night.
Well, Beckett and celebrity relationships put to the test. Can they prove they're unbreakable? Press red to watch the first episode on BBC iPlayer. Next, comedy drama that gets a bit weird, and I'm here for it. Am I being unreasonable? Continues.